Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us here on Facebook. We've just got a short stream. Tell me where you're watching me from. Thank you so much. Share. Remember to share this stream. I'm welcoming you here on Lillian Mutambo's TV. Good afternoon. Share this live stream. This song I'm playing is Mwandambula by Miriam on King's Malembe's page. How are you? How are you? Remember to share this stream. Share this stream. So soon. Little did I know. Remember to share and tell me where you're watching from, please. So soon. So soon. 2026. So soon. A miracle is coming so soon. Remember to share, guys. Share, share, share. So soon. So soon. It's coming to so soon. Where are you watching from? Please share. God is going to answer our prayer. Where are you watching from? Thank you so much. We are almost 200 and then I start. Thank you, Zambia from Kitwe. Wow. There is no water in cha-cha-cha. Somebody's commenting. We have already started. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me here on Lillian Mutambo's TV. I've got a lot of issues to discuss, and I'm just going to summarize most of them. Respectfully, we have Dr. Edgar Chogalungu, who is in the mortuary since the 5th of June, 2025. And we have Gilbert Perry, who is my former teacher, and the man behind the Enoch case, who reduced the sentence for Maria Zileni Zalomes to manslaughter instead of murder. On this left here, we have a picture of President Hakainde Hichilema with Dr. Chakwera, who is now the former president of Malawi. The two are outgoing presidents of Zambia and Malawi. Life is spiritual. I said it before. Most of you argued Chakwera is out. HH is next. And with me here, we have a young lady here who is a qualified nurse. Her name is Lisa, I believe, who is trending on social media. And I have my own, reservations about how you people take things, okay, based on me, who understands your Zambian social media and the frustrations. And I have a picture there of Brian Munduwile Mao Sampa. They were the ECZ. And there's a reason why I've posted that image. It's important that you understand. As you are aware, Maria Zileni Zalome's mother, Maria the murderer, the mother is the ECZ chair, Electoral Commission of Zambia. She announced that it is time for us to go and register to vote. Now, we must understand that in order for us to win an election in 2026, we start by taking ourselves to go and register to vote, and then you will secure that vote for your preferred candidate. So with President Hakainde Hichilema, he has been registering his people in Southern Province. According to some information, HH has registered about 2 million voters in Southern Province because he's desperate. He wants to win the election in 2026. And then, when we look at everything that is going on in Zambia, people are not happy, which is why the slogan "new" has gone viral. People want something new. New president, new MP, new councillor, new mayor, new party. Okay. And it's no longer news that President Hakainde Hichilema will be the former president of Zambia in 2026. We cannot be living in a country where we have no former president. It's impossible. So HH, for denying Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu access to medical and ensuring that he died, you must be retired in 2026. Now, most of you people are very confident that HH is going to win elections. And no, I don't hate HH. I don't like his governance, and I don't like his principles, and I don't like his tribalism. That is why I speak against him, and that's why I resigned from the UPND. I don't want to be part of the Kwenyu master who has now graduated to be the spy master. Who said it? His own mouth. President Hakainde Hichilema talks too much. And each time he's doing any, press briefing or any address, national address, or whatever he's doing, expect for him to vomit things that don't even make sense. A few days ago, we saw the UPND gathered in their red regalia, looking like they are Obanje. They've gone to look for sacrifice using Mulungushi Conference Center, which is a very prestigious, venue for events and, conferences, which Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu made sure it was built, and HH is enjoying the comfort. We saw them eating rice, chicken, fish. They looked hungry, like they haven't been eating. Just like you and me, the UPND members are suffering. Nobody should cheat you or lie to you. But of course, when the spy master calls them to a meeting, they have to go. Kaidi President Abaitan. After all, there will be 50 kwacha given to each and every person. Transport will be there. Free t-shirt will be given. And that's the reason why you saw them there. Otherwise, they are not happy at all with the governance of HH, particularly how he has handled this matter of Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, the impasse. Yesterday, we saw Makebe Zulu, our lawyer, which is why I have my reservations about his candidature of presidency. Let him focus on the impasse in South Africa. He will be the Attorney General or something next year, okay? There's a lot of issues happening which the Lungu family needs him for. And he announced yesterday that Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu is still in the morgue in South Africa. He will be laid to rest someday. But the frustration comes in from President Hakainde Hichilema as he's trying to send some people to South Africa to examine the body minus the family consent. Now, when you listen to HH's speech the other day when he said he called his friends in South Africa, he called Ramaphosa, he called Mnangagwa, he called the Turkey embassy and asked for a witness with Malanji case, you can see that HH is doing too much for himself as a president, okay? It is not the president's duty to investigate any corruption or any criminal case. If truly HH meant well, he would have started with Silva Marcel, yes, the Black Widow, to remove her from the Ministry of Health and also firing her completely so that she's no longer a minister, like he embarrassed Garin Kombo. After how Garin Kombo worked so hard for the UPND, HH decided to disgrace him with a dismissal. And then he put his brother, his biological brother, yes, the man who is there, Lusaka minister, is Hakainde Hichilema's brother. The mother to that man and Hakainde Hichilema's mother, they are siblings, so they are brothers. Yeah, that's the way HH runs his government. Now, there's so much that is going on. UPND has a lot of things, that are happening. Now, what shocked me was an audio on a group where somebody who calls himself is part of these people who are campaigners of UPND. The guy stated that HH is planning to use, he's part of the UPND, the impasse of Edgar Lungu to stop the elections in 2026. According to the audio, Edgar Chagwa Lungu must be buried before the elections. Okay. Now, spiritually, HH cannot win elections because he must see the body of ACL for him to win the elections. Yes, I talk him. Yes, I've said it. Because you cannot carry on the legacy of, being a president of Zambia minus you bidding farewell to somebody who has passed away. Now that is not going to inconvenience us. HH, you decided yourself to be part of the funeral when you were told to leave and not be part of it. We know you can play with the justice system in Zambia. That is why you have Gilbert Piri, my former teacher, who decided to reduce the sentence for Maria Zalomes. That's why you have your fellow Tongas in the judiciary system. That's why you have fellow Tongas as police officers and spokespersons that can play around because you are a gangster. You know, HH is a gangster. He's a mafia. And we don't need a mafia for a president or a gangster. He must retire. Zambians, if you don't retire HH, you will suffer. If you don't let go of HH, you will suffer. And at the end of the day, it's you guys in Zambia who will be blindfolded by the so-called free education. Oh, we have 2 million children who were staying at home, and now they are coming to school. They are going to school in Zambia because we brought in free education. Now, the Kwenyu master, spy master, has brought in free education, but there is no electricity. So what's the point of removing my salary and bringing in free education? All right, HH has literally made you guys poor. He's exporting electricity for his own benefit. Yes, him and his friends, group of friends, they are selling our power. The money comes obviously to ZESCO and then it's divided to their offshore accounts. They are setting themselves up and their children for the future whilst you suffer. If you compare between load shedding when Edgar Lungu was president and Hakainde Hichilema being president now, you can see that the spy master does not care about you. And therefore, I am here to encourage you that in 2025 right now, for only a short period, this is the shortest period in the history of Zambia that we've had to register as voters. Usually, we register for like 3 months and 4 months and 6 months. But HH has been registering his people in Southern Province since last year, for like 2 years. They're just registering to vote. They're getting their NRCs, their computers are fine. But the frustration of the Zambians right now is that in some places, there is no power, so you cannot register. That's the plan by HH, because he wants to frustrate you so that you don't vote next year. But please do not relent. Take videos. Show us videos of the place where you have gone, and there's no electricity, and they are telling you you cannot register as a voter. Send us the videos, we'll share them, and the international community will see that. Because we cannot allow HH to be greedy. Now, let me tell you what's happening here. Lazarus Chakwera, who is a best friend to Hakainde Hichilema, brought in some Israelites to Malawi to investigate if he would win elections. They went through Malawi and they told him he would lose elections. Lazarus Chakwera has got these, in Malawi they call them cadets. Whilst in Zambia we call them cadres, in Malawi they call them cadets. In Malawi, Lazarus Chakwera has the so-called cadets who told him, no sir, you're going to win the election. Don't worry. After all, the person in the MEC, Malawi Electoral Commission, is our person. You're going to win the election. So Chakwera relaxed and said, you know, I'm going to win this election. Now, when it comes to Zambia, Hakainde Hichilema got the idea, you know, from his friend, his best friend Chakwera. Look, you're going to win as well, bring in the Israelites. Now, this is where it started. HH used to be very close with the American government through Kamala Harris and Biden. And the promise was that he would bring in AFRICOM, you know, the army base in Zambia, of which SADC, all right? Excuse me, don't come here and disrespect me. I block you. It's your mother who's the fool, not me. Yeah, it is your mother who is a prostitute. Block. I don't have time. All right? If your president has a mind to help you, why are you living in abject poverty? He doesn't give a shit about you. That's why he's making himself rich. Block. Don't have time. All right. So HH brought in AFRICOM in Zambia through Biden and Kamala Harris. You've watched a video of him making a statement stating that, you know, he didn't really buy into the Trump, you know, candidature. Piss off. HH is gone. Mad people. Even use fake accounts. Nonsense. You'll be there in our inbox asking for money in poverty. We used to work together in this constituency. But you're here commenting rubbish. Get out. Anyway, before I was distracted by poverty-stricken, zombianized people of UPND, let me carry on. Let me speak to Zambians who understand what I'm saying. Okay, so he made some comments about Trump, of which we've never seen HH even go to America ever since Trump became president. Because, you know, he brought in AFRICOM. There's an army base in Zambia. Now, that contract was between him and Biden and Kamala Harris. And he thought Kamala Harris was going to be, yeah, I talk too much, at least I speak for the people of Zambia, block. Because you're a coward, all you do is eat crumbs from HH. Peace out. All right. So, Biden and HH had a contract, an agreement, all right? So he brought in the army base, and of which the SADC were not happy, because that's like more like a friend. He's even lying to you guys that he's friends with Mnangagwa. How can you be friends with somebody who is close to Lungu? And HH, he copies everything about Lungu. You know, how can you be bragging about being friends with Mnangagwa, who's never been your friend? Ugh. And then pretending to be friends with Ramaphosa. Somebody was looking after Edgar Lungu in South Africa. You want to, he's my friend. Okay. But if you're really friends, let's see your friendship where it's going to go when you lose elections. Because you're losing. Okay. Now, so this is what happened, guys. HH has no friendships in the SADC. He's never gone to the COMESA meetings. He's never gone to the SADC meetings. There was a meeting in Madagascar. He never went. He did it via Zoom. You know, HH is a content creator, so he showed you people a video of himself doing an interview, whatever, on Zoom. And he said it was online with digital content creators and stealers of our gold. Yeah. So then after that, HH has never been, obviously, to these meetings. He sent Haimbe to America for the UN meeting, of which he made a speech where he was literally reading like a grade 5. Yet he's a graduate and he's a lawyer. I mean, that's what happens when you make women pregnant and who are married, and then their husbands find out. So your mind is just soconized. You are not even supposed to be where you are, but because you're Tonga, HH has given you position. Anyway, that MP Lusaka Central you're going. Who wants Mulambo Haimbe? Nobody. All right. So then HH has been lying to you guys that he couldn't travel because he wants to put Edgar Chagwa to rest. But we saw him come to the United Kingdom. Now, there's one thing that HH came to do to the UK. HH came here to ask the king that the king should deport all Zambians. Okay? And somebody said, Madam Tambo, your life always... Oh, yeah. It always spoke some demons. Auntie Lily, sweep the house. Oh, yeah. I'll be blocking them. Thank you. All right, the king, oh, so many people are coming. The king should deport all Zambians. And of course, the target, me. All right? And the king said, we don't do that. Okay, I'm going to lose the election. Can you help me guard me when I lose the election? They said, no. As UK, we don't do that. We don't get involved in what you do. That is how HH came to Zambia. He pretended to people that he was looking for investor. No, he came to ask if Zambians in the UK can be deported to Zambia. Because he's tired of how we are informing you people. Because remember, HH brought in cyber law to silence everybody. But those of us who are in the US, UK, you know, Germany, Australia, different parts of the world, we are speaking. And HH said, maybe because he's got friendships with the king, maybe the king, and you know, it's not really friendships because as long as you're a president, you can greet the king of England. Yeah. So the king said he cannot deport anybody like that. It can never happen. All right. So HH asked for the army. They said they cannot help him with protection. And then that's the reason why he brought in Israel. Because Hakainde Hichilema was told that, you know, Israel by Chakwera, Israel is going to help you. And when Israel helps you, you'll be able to rig the elections. So Israel said, okay, if you want us to help you rig the elections, we're going to go around to find out how popular you are so that we see where we can help you. The same investigation they did in Malawi and they told Chakwera he would lose is the same investigation they did in Zambia. Now, they traveled to all the 10 provinces, all of them, to find out. And there was only one region that could vote for HH, Southern Province. And even at that, if HH was to be on the ballot today, and we do the elections today, Zambians will vote him out and he will only get 30%. Not more than 30%. And to win an election, you need 50+1. So now, when they went round, they did the investigation and they found that HH cannot win. They gave him the report. Quickly, HH decided to bring the UPND officials for that emergency meeting you saw. Because the report is out. And Hakainde Hichilema cannot win the elections in 2026. So what has been Hakainde Hichilema's strategy? Arrest all the opposition. Close PF down. All right? Now, there are many opposition leaders, even independent presidents. What does he bring in? Bill 7. Because Bill 7 bars anybody from standing as an independent president. That's why HH is desperate about Bill 7. Now you get it. So HH, just like Chakwera, has been given a report that he can't win. So if you listened to the meeting, he was emphasizing that please, how can I work with the independence? I've been told that the president is going to win. Look here, man. He's using psychology. HH has been told he's going to lose elections in 2026. So in a bid to tell the officials, no, please make sure everybody votes for me. And the MPs. How can I function in parliament? Dude, if you have 4 parliamentarians, how do you expect to win an election? That's a sign that you're losing. You cannot win any election. Chakwera's MPs were confident. One lady even did a press briefing saying, I've already won the elections. They lost the elections. And the international community is going to help us to protect our votes. Like I told you before, we have $2 billion available to monitor our votes, to protect our votes. Where does the rigging process start? On the registration. And if you guys don't go and register to vote, and HH has registered 2 million people in Southern Province, he is counting on you guys in the Northern, Central, all these areas, Western, Northwestern, to be frustrated not to register to vote, so that he should be declared the winner. So you will do me a favor by going to register to vote. Because if you don't register yourself as a voter, Hakainde Hichilema will rig the elections. But of course, we are on the matter. We are doing ground work, door to door, encouraging people to go and register to vote. And after this period, I will now be sharing the aspiring members of parliament for the whole country. Vote for any member of parliament, but not UPND. Even where a UPND member, you like this person, do not vote for them. MP, new. Councillor, new. Mayor, new. President, new. Chipani, new. So everything must be new. Forget about HH. Don't even feel sorry. No, uja kansela, anabola pamadiro, anatipesa 10 kwacha. Don't. There is no sorry after, what do you call it? Sorry after medicine. How do you say it? Sorry after death. There is no. All right? After something has happened to you, you've been hungry, you have no job opportunities, and somebody will come and say, no, is it medicine after death? It's not possible. So please, every area, make sure so that people like Gilbert Piri can be removed from DPP and be deregistered from LAS. For the sake of the 100 youths in Mufumwe that were murdered by the commander-in-chief, Hakainde Hichilema himself, you must remove UPND. For the sake of Gilbert Piri, who has abused his office as a director of prosecution and reduced the sentence of Maria Zileni Zalomes to manslaughter, and she's on bail, whilst we have people who simply said, Chakuti Chako, they are in jail. You must remove HH. HH has abused his office. He has put all these minions like Gilbert Piri, my former teacher, you're in embarrassment, and I will never stop talking about you, by the way. You know why? I will never stop. You bullied me when we were in school. You were a big bully. You called me ugly. You called me all sorts of names. It's my turn now to tell you off. You are corrupt, sir. And I don't give a damn what you think about me. Because I am here to save my country and not to please you. You are a corrupt man. You understand? There is no way we can have such type of a DPP who is reducing the sentence of a murderer. Right now we have Enoch Simfukwe, who is 6 feet under, who lost his life. And the best thing you can do is to reduce the sentence so that Maria should be on bail. As we speak, that case, it will be adjourn, because according to them, they'll win the elections in 2026. So for the sake of Enoch Simfukwe, to rig an election, you must be at least 10% winning, losing. But for HH, he can't win the election in 2026. He can't. That's why the opposition must be united. That's the key. Must be united. HH will try to scatter everybody. He wants to stand and oppose like that useless woman in Tanzania. That's why Bill 7, we must come against it. So that even if it's an independent president, we will support the independent president. Because you cannot come in office and want to disturb the constitution. You are actually a, what do you call this? A pedophile of our constitution. And you don't deserve a chance in governance again. UPND must go. They are looting our minerals every day. They go to the villages, find sugilite, find this. They put Tonga police officers to man those mining places, whilst the villagers suffer. All they see is trucks going up and down. They will not develop those places, not put any roads, nothing. They are looting our minerals, giving their Bazungu friends, giving them tax holiday. Whilst you are Zambian, you pay tax and suffer. You are not doing HH a favor by voting him in again. You are doing yourself a big favor by removing him from office. He is bragging, feeling as if he is a god. I call him Messiah. Because that's how HH feels. He feels like a Messiah. Without him, Zambia cannot be where it is. Somebody who found our country and the minerals which were preserved by Dr. Kenneth Kaunda for the future of our nation. Future. So that we can survive. You decide and start giving your Tonga people to man all these places. Bring police officers from the southern province to be in all the provinces. Ade, what is that? So, you will do me a favor, and that is why I am shocked that Zambians, you have a mouth to talk about this nest, but you have no mouth to call HH who he is. If it means you're going to prison, my friend, go to prison for your country. You will be rewarded millions of kwacha for being a prisoner that fought for their country. Not a coward. Everyone is a coward. I can't talk. It's cyber. This lady was simply excited. Her name is Lisa. Excited about graduating. She was singing a song which already exists. She danced to it. There was an F word. The whole internet. NS cannot insult. NS cannot insult. You are hypocrites to point at this lady. Your president is a murderer. You have never pointed at him. Your president is a bloody flipping liar. You've never pointed at him. You want to point at a lady who was simply just celebrating. She wasn't even at her shift at work. She was just wearing a uniform. And the Nurses Council, you even write a letter. Why? Because she is a Beba, not a Tonga. If she was a Tonga, you would think they would have written that letter? No. Tongas are exempt right now. Haka in the Hichilem. You will know that we didn't start this journey for jokes. You will leave office and go to jail. And we will close UPND. That shrine, that demonic couch, wearing red like a banje. We will close it with immediate effect. As soon as it is announced that you are losing, we start closing UPND. If you are a UPND member, throw away your t-shirt and regalia. You will never wear that demonic t-shirt ever in 2026. You will never. Even if HH is a former president, you will never. You'll be scared. How the hell did we get to this rubbish of a government? What is this? You have the audacity to mock this girl, force her to apologize. But you cannot force your president to apologize and resign. You cannot condemn DPP Gilbert Piri, a criminal, a corrupt official. You cannot talk about the SEC, who resigned, 14 of them, because of the corruption. You cannot talk about Sylvia Masebo. You're scared. Since you're scared, use your vote to remove these demons. I am telling you, you will suffer if HH is president again. Go to your neighbors. Take it upon yourself. The young ones who are 17, ask them, are you a registered voter? Mwito, I know you are Tonga. Peace off from my page. Get out with your demonic UPND. This shrine, where they wear red, must be closed with immediate effect. For the first time in Zambia, tuletekwa nendosh. Tuletekwa nendosh. Buloshu. These are demonic people. You understand me? How dare you cause Edgar Chagwalungu to be in the fridge for how many months? Since June. And you dare go on a platform. And all you do is castigate this guy. A dead man is your competitor. There must be something wrong there. Look, before anyone becomes president in the next, we will check their mental health. We cannot have somebody who sings lullabies every day about Edgar Lungu, for 4 flipping years. Aren't you tired of this guy's lullabies? Cheap politics. Grade 5 kind of arrangements. Like, which school did you go to, mate? Which school did you go to? Are you sure you came to the United Kingdom? Piss off, Monga. We know you're Tonga. Get out. Piss off. Come to my page at Tonga. I block you. Because HH is a president for only you people. Oh, Muchindu, we know you're Tonga. Piss off. Nonsense. You think HH is a god? God waiting. Now, he wants to start a case on Brian Mundubile. Just because we are sharing that he is a popular candidate. Jealousy. You are even giving tax holiday, $3.2 billion. Are you okay? Are you okay to give people tax holiday? I'm in UK here. Nobody will give you free tax, so you pay for everything. You've bought a house, you pay council tax, levy, rent, this and that. You are doing a business, you are paying taxes. You have clients that you are looking after. You are paying taxes to the organization that has given you the registration. You are paying money. Tax levy, 3.2 billion levy. Are you okay? Like 100% you are okay. Traore in Burkina Faso has demonstrated that we have foolish leadership in Zambia. Yes. Because if Traore can make $18 billion for his country since he chased away investors, it's possible for us to be rich as well, Zambia. How is Dubai, UAE rich? All those Qatar, they were deserts. You understand? So, you now want to arrest Brian Mundubile by giving him a case. Mao Sampa, you have something on his head. Nakachinda, you have something on... All of them, you have something on their... You alone, HH, you are the Messiah, Almighty. Even when Elias Dodomusha, his pictures trended, people were arguing, it's impossible. Why? Because HH has got only angels that work with him. The other day, Matomola posted to say, look at this. Us, we're trying to get contracts they're not giving us. They are giving contracts to girlfriends. And those girlfriends, they move from one government to the other. As soon as UPND leaves, they will now shift to another government. That is their duty. Some of them, they will stop Kainabapanga Kalesha Capital and even find a husband, marry, and be posting on Facebook, happy wife, happy woman. Whilst you'll be in jail with your people. So, what you are sowing today, HH, you will face it. And I hope Laura Miti, that Ingrid, that liar, that, what do you call her? Human Rights Commissioner, that cannot even stand against injustice, will speak for you. You have even brought up a committee to go and investigate about Bill 7 so that you should come and lie to people that, hey, people, they want Bill 7. Uwe pelefe boy. Ufuna sufuna 2026 HH, you are going. I posted about Chakwera. Malawians came to fight me. Chakwera 2030. Chakwera 2090. Chakwera this. It may be in Zambia. Chakwera what? Even when they were voting that day, they were dancing, Chakwera's people. The silence that you've put in the Zambian people, you've silenced their mouth. You will know that nobody from Lusaka will vote for UPND. Nobody. All the MPs of UPND, nada, oof. Don't vote for any of them. They are a bunch of thieves and liars, like their god master, Hakainde Chilema, spy master. HH, when we gave you the job, we gave you the job to unite us as Zambians. Not to divide, for me to be able to notice that the Tongas insulted me. But that's the job you have done. You have done divide and rule. This is not the Zambia we knew. All right? And what else have you done? Punish Edgar Chagwa in his death. We want to give him a befitting burial. You want to be part of it. As who first? Aren't you ashamed that Ruto in Kenya is the one who sponsored the repatriation? No, well, not that first. He's the one who sponsored for the former president, who was his rival, to go to India for medical. On top of that, they are bringing the body, he's 80 now. They are bringing the body to Kenya, do what they need to do, body viewing, and the family's wishes come first. So you are still on the matter. You are a very childish president. Even this guy from Burkina Faso, a baby, younger than you, is more mature than you. You are a childish president. You came to UK for us to be deported, so that we should stop speaking. You've captured Ethel in the prison, giving her a sentence, taking her to Chimbakala, whilst Maria Zalames is in our house. How dare you? Who do you think you are? If not for our votes, you do be where you are. What do you think you are, a god? Now, they want to bring in Bill 7 so that Parliament should not be closed until the day of election. Ulabeja. Ulabeja. Your time is up, Kwamana. What is this? Ethel Chisono is in jail right now. Why me is in jail? The prosecutors have even failed to give him a case. Even the cases that they say, no, take it back to the court. Why? Because their last registration is at stake in 2026. So you, Gilbert Piri, I'm warning you. You are nothing. And don't think because you're in position, you can put threats in people. I don't give a shit about you, mate. Without HH, you are nothing. Who are you? We'll collect your last registration. We'll see where you practice. It's either you resign, my friend, or do the right thing over Maria Zalomes. Because she went to Rodspark School, she's privileged, she cannot go in a jail, and Ethel Chisono is in jail for simply telling HH, you have a big head. What nonsense is that? And you're putting a murderer out there on bail, running her farm. You will see that Zambia te kantemba. You will see that Zambia te abanyoko. You will see that you were a mistake in 2021. Edgar Chagwalungu's family is mourning. HH, how dare you use Koswe to disrespect the Edgar Chagwalungu family? How dare you? You are such a ruthless, childish, I don't even know what name I can call you. You are a disgrace, and I thank God for the King Charles for telling you out. We don't entertain foolishness here. So you thought by bringing Africa, America will protect you. Now Trump be president now. He will tell them what to do, not you. He's a commander-in-chief. You are gonest. Koswa is disrespecting Edgar Chagwalungu's family. Sharing that right now, Madam Esther Lungu is enjoying the husband in bed. A dead man. And you claim you want to give him dignity. You must be crazy to think Zambians will give you guys a chance. You think because you're in State House, you are above the law. Wait. Okay? And enjoy your money. Enjoy your power. Enjoy your season. And make sure you concede defeat. Because, trust me, if you know the level of protection we have as Zambians, you will concede defeat. That same African will not protect you. It will protect the Zambian people. This is America. This is Zambia. America, just one. The whole Zambia will disappear. So be careful. Don't even dare steal any votes. So guys, 01. We are in the queues waiting to vote. Please, if you need water, if you need anything, we'll supply you with water. Food will be cooking. You wait until the polling station is closed. We count, we stick the results, we post them on the internet. There's no way we can have such an animal for leadership. Does he have a human heart? Like the young man asked on TikTok, Mr. President, do you have a human heart? No, you don't. Why did we put my way? How many presidents, former presidents have died in a short period right now that have been buried? And we've seen their bodies being taken back to the country. Even Nigeria did the same. And they followed the wishes of the family. But you continue to disrespect Edgar Chagwalungu's family. It's okay. A time will come. In fact, even your wife must spend at least a week in jail. Yes. For what you've done to Mama Esther, you put her in jail, Abby. You put her in jail. Even your wife will experience the same thing you have done to Mama Esther. She will also be in jail on suspicion of proceeds of crime and the mines in Mokushi. And the money they were trying to transfer to the first lady, it's a crime. Even your wife will experience what you've done to Mama Esther. What did Mama Esther Lungu do to you, HH? What did Kampyongo's wife do to you, HH? Common 22 million kwacha property? For somebody who's been in government for a long time? Or they should show us his process of crime. Meanwhile, your own cadres are boasting of properties and things on Facebook. For them, it's not process of crime. But for other people, as long as they're Bemba, it's process of crime. Continue, HH. You will remember my words whilst you're in prison. And you will say, power got to me. Even if you apologize, HH, nobody will listen to you. Even Muhammadu Buhari was powerful more than you. Who are you? Who be you? Who are you? They have oil in Nigeria. More powerful than he apologized. Even Chakwera apologized to the Malawians. Now we took him. Without me, you know, you need good leadership. Who be you? We had great leaders like Kaunda. They never bragged like you are bragging. What do you think you are? You think by stealing Patriotic Front using Mount Sampa and Chawinga, those useless cowboys, conductor Chawinga, a Kaponya from Katondo Street, with so much security, I was shocked. Kumalira my guru. I said, HH Ndipo, I don't know who even advises you. Who? Levin Goma, Bakaponya, sodomizers. I said, when did Zambia reach to this stage? Did you ever see Lungu trying to capture UPND? By you closing UPND? We were free. We used to come there free. We never saw anybody coming to our office. But you, as soon as you came into power, you want to close all political parties because you are now Messiah Almighty. Everything new. Who's going to vote for you? As who? As who? Emedara. As who? Kwenyu Master. As who? President of the Tonga people. As who? The man that only gives jobs to Tongas. As who? The man that has divided Zambia. As who? The man that sees his own people committing crimes and they are innocent. Ulabeja. Only fools can vote for you. Only mad people can vote for you, HH. Even Chakwera felt like that. He felt powerful. Where is Chakwera today? Where is Chakwera today? Na ole ya boy. Mwama Zambian, kalembe shenu kuvota. Muka mufumie po haka inde. Ola wamipera ama 50 kwacha, ama 100 kwacha. Pokeni nyopole nimpia shenu. HHR ikatana kudi napsa kudi pension. Ale rienda la mashenu, ale miperati. Ema salaries yenu ay. Balepoka impia kubasungu. Kuma other countries eko bale pera nani? Ama light. Elo nombe bale miwati. Ema salaries yama civil servants. Nafirwa ukuteke chalo. As if she's the only one voting. Of course, Monday. Get out. Nonsense. Why are you on my page? Aka inda ichilema. You regret what you're doing. Gilbert Perry, if I were you, I will leave the country. I will leave the country. Because you are a criminal. Together with HH. You can't even advise HH the right thing over even Edgar Chagwa Lungu's body. Why? Because you are neopolaring, you are eating, you don't care. So anybody who is condemning this young lady, go and start by condemning HH for being a corrupt leader, for being a thief, for even adding small girls as part of his political advisor. Despite the rumors that we hear about Chipo Manawasa, he still keeps her there. And Chipo Manawasa flew to the UK from America. Special. She's special, yeah. She's an advisor to the president. A small baby of yesterday is your advisor. A girl. A girl is your advisor. That is why HH brought cyber. It was to protect his own movements. Okay, what is this? You want us to vote for you as who? So all these things that are happening, my people, just know that in this life, There is time for everything and an expiry date. And the expiry date for Hakainde Hichilema is when you and me vote for him out. And we go to the inauguration in 2026 and dance like Malawians danced. Is it last week or the other week ago? There is time for everything. And HH is not a leader that Zambians deserve. For a fact that he has even taken Black Mountain from the youths. For a fact that he promised so much to give the youths mining licenses. I was shocked to see the vice president landing. What's that place where she landed? On gravel. I couldn't believe it. With all the gold. And you are there talking, we've done this, we've done this. What? My father was a pilot. I would be, shaking to see my father land on that gravel. You can't put runway. How much is runway? But you'll be there promising people. Talking plenty. Talking about how Lungu did this and that. Go and see Edgar Lungu legacy. You can't even match with the toilet you've built. What have you done apart from praising yourself when you master? HH for the better. Yes, Mono, we know you're Tonga. HH for the better for the Tongas, not for Zambia. Remove Zambia Mfiapo. And I was disgusted to see UPND members singing the national anthem, raising their hand like this. Anyway, what is that? Stand and sing of Zambia. Ha! Even raising your occultic symbol? Nah. That man has disrespected us. When you look at even the chiefs, people that should be feared, HH invited them. You should sing the national anthem. You should be confident. You should be patriotic. You should be singing one Zambia, one nation. Iwa HH. You of yesterday. You of yesterday of 4 years and 20 years trying to fight for leadership. You want to tell the chiefs what to do instead of you bowing down. Right now, HH is even begging chiefs for support. He wants support from the chiefs. Giving money to churches. You now, you want to give money to churches. As who? The Freemason church that is open in Livingston is not enough to bless you. Anyway, church, collect that money, bless it. Pray for it. And use it for godly things. Don't eat it. Let that money be used even for anointing oil, Holy Communion, things like that. So that whatever plans they have will backfire against them. There's no way Edgar Chagwalungu can be in a fridge and all of you are quiet. You are praising Kwenyu Master. And Koswe is mocking the family. And you think it's normal. Koswe that posted my passport after Mono Etonga, who is in the UK embassy here. I posted him, I was scared. He took my passport and they shared it on Facebook. We should be fearing. UPND is in power. You came here, HH. You looked like Kawoki. Who knows you here? Who feared you here? You went to even board Uber. And my cousin was asking me, is that the president that you people fear? He went to board Uber. Then after the complaints he had, he now went to look for escort vehicles for private. You know when you're booking a private jet? That's what happened. They do that for you, the escort. So I told you already I was going to go on a private jet. And the private jet is $25,000 an hour. Okay? So he booked a private jet and they did that service and he took pictures. HH, content creator. HH, go and be a content creator, my friend. Where you'll be creating content. And you, HH, your immunity will remove it. I will advocate that your immunity is removed. Because you don't deserve any kind of respect after you lose leadership. In fact, you, HH, would delete you in the history of Zambia as you ever became a president. Our history stopped at 2021. After 2021, we're going to close this part and go straight to 2026 and start where we're going to bury ECL, and we start with a new president, and we start. You'll be deleted from history. You cannot behave like this, and we should be praising you as who? You should be ashamed of yourself. Even coming to see the king here who respects the human rights. You don't have shame. You don't have shame. You're using taxpayers' money to come to the UK to come and convince if we can be deported. When? Are you that desperate to silence everybody? Are you God? Haven't you read the Bible where Pharaoh wanted to make sure all the male children were dead, and what happened? You are not God, my friend. You cannot finish anyone. Even the ones that you have killed and alive, the reason why they are gone is because God wanted our eyes to be open. They died for the Zambian people. Don't even feel yourself that the reason why they are dying because you're powerful. No, my friends. God is using you to behave the way you're behaving so that Zambians can see that next time we won't give a chance to any UPND demon. From MP, councillor, everywhere. Do not. Yes, HH watches my videos. You're asking. He's going to watch. He watches my videos. That's why he blocked me from his page. Because he can't stand people that talk about him. He wants everybody that worship him. He's a Messiah. Almighty. Olua. Olumba. The one that people should worship. Mulaya, I know you're Tonga. Even if you say H2026, he can't win an election. Only Tonga people will vote for him. No more Zambians. They won't vote for him. Okay? And be ready for HH to do Apiri Anabuela in Southern Province. That's where he will live. How is he going to live in Lusaka? Who's going to even look at him that the president lives there? To the pocket film. Even the house will collect. You are using our house, your house, to make meetings. It's going to be a process of crime. A location of crime. We need to investigate. CCTV, we need to see what's happening there. You tricked Ethel Chisono to come to Zambia so that you should have her arrested and use as an example. And the youths are clapping. Yeah, Ethel, you're a fool to support that nonsense. You're a fool. You are clapping in poverty whilst HH is enjoying his money. Elvis can right now, your minister. His children, 2 daughters are in America, working shifts. Why? He knows they are losing. So he's securing them already. They've started going. They are in America right now. And UPND 2026, HH. Where? Who? As for me and my entire generation and my village, Isoka and Nakonde, nobody will vote for HH. How do you vote for this kind of riffraff arrangement? He gives teachers jobs. We should be clapping. Something that Edgar Lungu had already planned. Hey, he has given, it was already there. You're proud of somebody. And you know what HH has done? He's so evil that he has even failed to finish many projects that Edgar Lungu was supposed to finish. Arifireka, they are dumped. Schools, clinics, police stations, Arifireka. Because of jealousy. HH is so jealous of Edgar Lungu even in death. That's why he wants to see the body. Sataka Sobeko, the anointing of Edgar Lungu. Suzaiona body, I promised you, you will not see the body. I told you will not see the body. You mocked me. You laughed at me on this platform. Hey, Boma is Boma. Today I'm not dancing. Boma is bringing the body. Where is the body? Now, of course, I started lying on their page. At Edgar Lungu didn't die. Shame. Shame. Shame on you, HH. Shame, shame, shame. And it's a pity that you have a wife who doesn't have a good heart. And we know. Both of you, you're masterminders. Enjoy being the first lady. Enjoy Madam Nalumango being the vice president. In 2026, you are all gone. How can you rig an election? How can you rig an election when you only have Southern Province voting for you? You need 50+1. So as you plan against Brian Mundubile, another one will rise. Yesterday, nobody counted that said he wants to stand. Another one will rise. We'll have even 50. And then when they file in, you will see how we'll protect them. We have $2 billion. We'll protect them 24 hours. You won't even know the car they enter. You think we don't know you want to kidnap people? Kidnapper with Trevor Mwinde. Sodomizer. You are sodomizing men. Kumbuyo. Sodomizing Chitotela in prison. Sodomizing JJ Band. Me, I knew that JJ Banda, you cannot catch him. That's why when he disappeared, he went to Zimbabwe, now he's in a foreign country. You now want to start making up stories using that old man, Jack Mwimbu, that we want him here. You are who? Jack Mwimbu. You are who? Minister of what? What department again? So we should fear you. Jack Mwimbu has spoken. UPND was the biggest mistake we ever made. Ingulu sheka sheka. And they are not even ashamed of their demonic cult. They are not even ashamed. Do you know that they fly to, that's because most of you people, you don't go to the airport. Just go to the airport. You see how UPND members, they go to Nigeria and Ghana to go and get juju. All of them, they go and get juju. Most of them. For Valesa Bamu juju. So you that is going to stand in 2026, everything is new. Remember, go to Apostle Sunday Sinyango for prayer. Let's pray, 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 pray. And where the votes will come from, HH will be shocked. Nobody hates you, HH. But the way you are running the country is not your bedroom, 1. 2, it's not a cult. Zambia is not a cult. How can people be dying like this? How can people be living in fear? No, mate. We're a Christian nation. We should be free. And for those of you who think, no, PF wants to come back, it's not about PF, mate. It's about liberating Zambia from demonic HH. HH and his demonic party, no. They must go. So, guys, that's what I wanted to tell you. Oh, he's a minister of police, Jack Mwimbo. Huh? Jack Mwimbo is a minister of police. Yeah, mwe. Jack Mwimbo is a minister of police. Hey. Tonga. No wonder our police ever recover Tonga beka. Yay, mwe. Ba HH. Those who are lying to you, HH, that you're going to win in 2026, you are their cash cow. They are surviving on praising you. So if you think Chitayali will go on Facebook and say, HH, Akainde, Akawadap, is just, just drop something in his account. Yeah. I know you want those praises. But any normal person, even celebrities, 99% of the celebrities, they are not on your side. Even if you give them songs to sing, they'll just sing, it's Maneka, it is capital. Huh? Minister of Police. Yeah. Shocked. So, before I finalize, those of you who've been supporting Brian Mundubile, we need to provide solidarity for him. Because, Hakainde Ichilema, they call themselves the Champions League. They are in the Champions League. They are winning with Kabuswe Big Tummy. Kabuswe is also another. You went to go and talk about John Sangwa. Imagine a grade 5 talking about John Sangwa. Yeah, UPND. Okay, so they've been planning to have this man arrested, Brian Mundubile, and HH wants to remove independent presidents. So they're planning this on Friday so that this man should have a criminal record. Now, you should know that before these people went into office, they have family. And this man is a lawyer, Brian Mundubile. Just like I am a social worker. There are things I know about this country. I know about the laws and things that I can never do. All right? Things like lying. For example, if a child was playing outside and she fell by mistake, I won't go to the school and say, oh, she's fine. No, I will tell them she was playing outside, she had a fall. Because I've been taught to be truthful, honest like that, according to my profession, okay? So Brian Mundubile as well has been an MP of Porokoso for a long time. And he understands the laws. Even if he's doing business, he's working as a member of parliament, he knows the boundaries. So HH sent some people, after we started making noise about Brian Mundubile, to do a search on him. They couldn't find anything. Nothing. 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 So what they did, they started now calling some people. You wait that day, what did you pay about Brian Mundubile? Just take him to court, we'll pay you. You see? That's what they are doing. There's nothing. They are trying to find a case against him, but they will not find. All right? And HH, even if you take Brian Mundubile to court and to jail, like your plan, like everybody, a leader will emerge. In fact, you will even make the David to rise. The least you even expect. And you know what? HH is so smart. Do you know what he did? He took 3 generations, president's family. Chipo Mwanawasa, the Mwanawasa family, gave them jobs. Kaunda gave them jobs and even make them witnesses who had the Lungu's case. They even came on TV to talk. Mwanawasa Kaunda and Mazoka, the ambassador in the UK, is a Mazoka. 3. And he has neglected the Sata family because they are PF. Chiluba family because they are MMD, and MMD, this guy, Never Smumba. Another useless pastor. And HH, that man, listen from me. Never Smumba doesn't like you. I have his number. I can even call it out. When I came to Zambia and I said I was standing under UPND, Never Smumba was angry with me. Because I used to host him on my live streams on YouTube. I had his number. If that man was wise, this time he would be the person who would be looking at as a president. But his belly is too hungry. He's trying to build his house now. Because all these years he couldn't build. When he was a commissioner somewhere, he messed up somewhere. So that's why he's worshipping HH. He's hungry. He's very hungry. That man was upset with me. HH is not a good person. You can't work with him. I said, but he's an opposition. No. You should have come to me. We work together first. To see him today to praise HH, I get surprised. I said, man. Even Felix Mutati, someone I met one-to-one. To see him with HH, I'm shocked. He doesn't like HH. He doesn't. Felix Mutati, Never Smumba. These two, they don't like HH. And even when HH leaves office, Felix Mutati will come out clean because he served in every government. He does his work clean. He doesn't eat. He doesn't give himself contract. He just gets salary and go. You understand? That's why he has served in all the governments without being found with a case to answer. So HH, you know what is going to make him lose? Finally, let me tell you. HH has a parallel OP, Office of the President. Instead of him working with the government one, he has a parallel one. The one where there's cadres, Levin Goma, Trevor Mwinde, Bakaponya Badia, by grade 4, by grade 3, Bakoswe, those are his people. Hamasaka, Badama Fontina, Watutu. They are the ones who are running that OP. So that OP office, the Office of the President, that are supposed to know every information, what's going on, they don't receive anything. So he thinks with his parallel OP, he will win. He can't win any election. And he is so desperate to the point that he has even brought the Registrar of Societies to be under the Office of the President. Only HH can approve which party should be approved, should be registered. Can you imagine how desperate the guy is? HH, are you this hungry for power? Mama Edith Nawaku talked about you. Yeah. Mama, may your soul rest in peace. Justice for you. If it's truly cancer you died from, oh no. One day the truth will come out. Since we have people who say Edgar Lungu kale afwa alesumu kangasopo chama America, we are going to, I told the guy on a WhatsApp group, I said, keep this audio. You are going to jail. We are going to have you arrested. You'll be a witness, a key witness to the case of Edgar Chagwalungu's death. So, HH, according to the allegations of social media, decided to send people to go and investigate if Edgar Lungu was poisoned. You mean the South African hospital cannot do a postmortem? Why should you bring your own people? Fishi mamule fire. Natu ishiba tule fire. Natu ishiba fwebene. Lungue, lungue. Lungue tule fire. Even in his death. Natu ishiba fwebene. Remember, Tonsi Alliance was formed by Edgar Lungu. So it's Lunguye, Lunguye, Lunguye to left fire. His legacy will prevail and Zambia will be free in 2026. Listen to me. I cannot tell you. Look, I can show you my bank accounts. I've never, even a message, I've never received even 10 kwacha talk time. I speak for the people of Zambia to be liberated from this ruthless dictator. If you allow HH to rule another 5 years, my people, mukachula, and I wouldn't want you people to suffer. Mukachula, mwabantu vandu mukachula. Haven't we suffered enough? If tenants that we have are failing to pay rentals 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, even in Africa, during PF days and other governments, they were paying. They are failing to pay. Why? Business na ishupa. The environment to do business is tough during the UPND. When we look at the economy is tough. No power. Which investor can invest in a place where the president is arresting all opposition leaders? If you try to speak, he's arresting you. There is no freedom of speech. And certainly the UN report as well has not done any good. I also saw on the UK website as well, they have their own report. The American website have their own report. So if you want HH to continue coming here 2026 forward, go and talk on your pages because nobody can vote for HH. The bus drivers are upset. Taxi drivers are upset. Marketeers are frustrated. Hairdressers, except those that just do hair. Yeah, kulukafi. But those that need the dryer, blower, everything. They are straightener. They cannot. Their businesses are failing. People who have businesses here kupikula. We see Mama Chikamoneka sewing 01. 22 hours. How do you do business like that? She should be using natural light to be sewing. She's now using the light, which is not good for her. She's over 60. So the children going to school free is not a mandate to give HH a second term. What's the difference between paying 200 kwacha and you have a job of at least 2.5, or you are jobless and your child is going to school for free? You can't even make proper birthdays. You can't even take your children to Hungry Lion. Now because economy is tough. The only people who are enjoying are people who are eating with HH. And some of them that are even supporting HH, I've spoken to them. They will even say it. Mama Lillian, if we don't support these people, tukafanya insala. Tunatuna tuma 50 kwacha, we let pila kunoma 100 kwacha. It's better than nothing. True so. You know them, they're even on social media. They support UPND to survive. They don't mean it that otherwise you vote taka imoni. If you don't have shupa. So, but why are you doing it? They'll call me, now look at the hospital, I have pictures, I have everything. Hospital. I said, you are asking me, you're always talking about HH as a good leader. But I didn't. Emo to the so for a feeling about kumana ode balumba, bakupela kuka 500, washita kumuna nipangana. Otherwise, tapari. Ninkama ya ndifene newe, emo ndiro mwe. Mukamona, after our elections, for to kesa pili muka. not be enticed that, oh, these people will voted HPAN. There's even one girl on TikTok, busy mocking. She's been looking for my attention. I can never even share her because she's not my level. You see her going to functions for UPND. She will see all these opposition leaders doing something. She'll post a video and be laughing at them. Are you okay? You're laughing at people who used to laugh at HH. Nobody. To them, it's funny. You understand? Because they are really zombie-anized. And she's talking like somebody who's in love with HH. Not just in love with him because he's a leader. Because I've been part of HH's people. I used to subscribe to him. I loved him. But this one looks like she's like dead in love. This is a married man. Oh, my president. The way she's even talking like somebody who can just, like, I don't even understand her. But people who follow her know what I mean. She's in love with HH. It's beyond normal. I've seen people who were in love with Edgar Lungu. They weren't behaving like that. You understand? So, yeah, Honorable Luki said you're wasting your time. My voice is powerful, Honorable Jeremiah. And be reminded that these people that are watching Zambians, they screen record the videos and share them with their families. All right? And they go viral. So whether you like it or not, HH will not win elections. Katie says, get out your way. HH is not your mate. Of course, HH is not my mate. I don't mingle with classless people like HH. HH is classless. He's a mafia. He's a thug. He's a cadre. He's a demon. Okay? So he's not my mate. He can never be my mate. I mean, with all the money he has, have you seen his shoe? Have you seen his shoe? He's classless. Why is he wearing a mariposa as a millionaire? So he's not my mate. He can never be my mate. All right? Case closed. Our fridges are now wardrobes. We buy umunani every day. Not everyone can afford to buy solar. And they are saying, go and buy solar. Go and put solar. Anybody wants to start energy. And then the minister of... I'll do a separate video for that man. Minister of Electricity. Whatever you call him. Is energy. He started saying that only some places have those load shedding, whatever. Most of the times, people have 10 hours electricity. And people are shocked. They keep lying and lying and lying. So as long as you keep HH, it will keep on lying and lying, singing lullabies to you. It's even tiresome. So please, guys, remember to register as a voter. In case you lost your NRC, go and get your NRC. In case you lost your voter's card, go and get your voter's card. And do not display your voter's cards on social media, your number. We don't know who will get your number on social media. And then you go and try to register as a voter. They will tell, oh no, you try and vote. They will tell you you've already voted. Be careful. Hide your voter's cards. Somebody said they didn't adopt you because they saw your madness. I don't need to be adopted to survive in this world, my dear. The one who is mad is the one fighting for the body. Yeah. Madness, you see it by actions. You cannot take a widow, Quran, and you say you're normal. Kukot, and you say you're normal. You cannot lie about the president. Peter Mutharika called you to speak to you and tell you he wants maize. When Peter Mutharika did not call you, you should understand that between me and you, who's mad? All right? So you can call it madness, whatever you want to call it, because you're trying to support your candidate. We know that's how presidency is and politics, huh? But one day, you will come and apologize and look for my number whilst you struggle in poverty when HH is no longer president. Because as soon as HH, we announce that he's not a president, he needs to leave his house. He needs to go to Bwengwa. His house will be a crime scene investigation. Yes, we're going to use HH's house as we need to investigate crime there. Because he's said it himself that he's been having meetings in the dark corners up out there. Somebody says, see numbers down. Zambians don't like prayer. What do you mean, see numbers down? You are crazy. What do you mean, don't see numbers down? Honestly, you've done everything possible. The only thing that is PF and Natansi Alliance to unite. Yes. We have done everything possible and we'll continue. And that's why, if you remember, I shared the other time, I said, I am not for Makebi Zulu to stand as a candidate. He needs to focus on the impasse. I've said this on WhatsApp groups, and I'm saying it on the social media, and I have my reason. he needs to focus on the impasse, because if he tries now to start trying to stand, people now will be looking at it to say, if the lawyer of the family is now a candidate, let's just start going now to MFA campaigning. You understand? So he needs to honor ACL's legacy, and he will be honored. There's appointed minister of justice, attorney general, speaker. And then in 2031, if he wants to stand, he can stand. But for 2026, no, Makebi Zulu should not stand. He shouldn't stand. And we have other leaders who can stand. There's Brian Mundubile, there's KBF, there's Harry Kalawa, there's Fred Membe. They are all ready to stand. So why should we wait for him to come from South Africa, dealing with the impasse, and now I'm coming to campaign? No. Let's focus. So 2026, Akainde Ichilema, Kuyabebe. Everything new. So before I close, let me just play for you the video, because I gotta go for new. That's our theme, which we need to keep. And thanks to the CF that came up with this slogan.
New President, new MP, new Council Chairman, new the Councillor, new Kibali, new.
Dear Zambia, this is the slogan for 2026. Everything new. From the President, Councillor, MP. Remember to register to vote today, in case you don't have a voter's count. Remember to vote for Hakainde Hichilema and UPND out. They have failed to unite us as Zambia. They have failed to govern us the way we should be governed. UPND must go.
CF, new President,
New,
MP,
new,
Council Chairman,
new, new, new. Kuyabega 2026, Hakainde Hichilema is going. Even the Israelites have told him already that he's losing the elections. He is aware. That is why he's trying to push for Bill 7. Hakainde Hichilema cannot win the elections in 2026. He is gone. He actually went 2 years ago. So please remember to register as a voter so that we should have everything new. See you on my next live broadcast when we speak about issues that are happening in Zambia. I love you so much, guys. Remember, go and register to vote. Bambuya bonse. Kalembe sheni, mukwate ma voters cards. Chisuma